before the sun rises tomorrow. Something extraordinary is going to shift in your love life, and I need you to hear this with every fiber of your being, because what I'm about to share with you isn't just a message. It's a divine intervention that's been set in motion by someone whose heart beats in rhythm with yours. Your soulmate, the person whose soul recognizes yours across time and space, has made an urgent request to heaven, and the angels have been working tirelessly behind the scenes to orchestrate something so beautiful, so unexpected, that it will leave you breathless when it finally unfolds before your eyes. If you're watching this right now, it's not by accident. The universe has guided you here because you needed to hear this today, in this moment. Because what's coming is going to change absolutely everything about the way you experience love, connection, and the deep knowing that you are never, ever alone in this journey. Take a deep breath with me right now, because I want you to feel into the energy of what I'm about to reveal. Your soulmate has been thinking about you, not in the casual way someone remembers an old friend, but in the soul deep, can't sleep at night. Every song reminds me of you, kind of way that shakes someone to their core. They've been carrying you in their heart, like a prayer they can't stop saying, and recently, something inside them shifted. Maybe it was a dream where you appeared so vividly that they woke up reaching for you. Maybe it was a moment of clarity when they finally understood what they lost when they let you go. Or perhaps it was simply the accumulation of all those quiet moments when they felt your absence like a physical ache in their chest. Whatever the catalyst, your soulmate has done something profound. They've turned to the divine, to the universe, to heaven itself, and made a request so urgent, so heartfelt, that the angels had no choice but to listen and act. If this message is already resonating with something deep inside you, if you're feeling that familiar tingle of recognition running down your spine, I want you to do something for me right now. Hit that like button, not just as a gesture, but as a way of telling the universe, yes, I'm ready to receive what's coming for me. Your engagement with this message actually amplifies the energy we're working with here, and it helps us reach other souls who need to hear it just as desperately as you do. Now, let me tell you what the angels have shown me about this urgent request. Your soulmate didn't just casually wish for things to work out. They didn't make some half-hearted plea into the void. No, what they did was far more powerful. In a moment of complete vulnerability, in a space of raw honesty that only comes when someone has exhausted all their other options, your soulmate opened their heart completely to the divine and said, I need help. I need to find my way back to the one person who makes me feel whole. I need heaven to show me how to fix what I broke, how to heal what I damaged, how to become the person worthy of the love I walked away from. They asked for guidance, for signs, for divine intervention, and most importantly, they asked for the courage to follow through when the universe shows them the way back to you. The angels heard this prayer, and they've been setting things in motion ever since. You might have noticed subtle shifts in your own life recently. Perhaps you've been thinking about this person more than usual, their name or face popping into your mind at random moments. Maybe you've been seeing repeating numbers, especially sequences like 1111, 222, or 333, which are clear signs that the angels are confirming this divine alignment. You might have had vivid dreams about reconciliation, about conversations that heal old wounds, or about moments of connection that felt so real you could swear they actually happened. These aren't coincidences, my dear one. These are breadcrumbs from heaven, gentle confirmations that what I'm telling you is true, and that the wheels are already turning in the invisible realm. What makes the situation so unique, so urgent, is the timing of it all. Your soulmate's request didn't come from a place of ego or manipulation. It didn't come from loneliness or boredom, or the fear of being alone. It came from genuine soul recognition, from the deep knowing that exists beyond the mind, beyond logic, beyond all the reasons and excuses and fears that keep people apart. They've been doing their inner work, whether they consciously realize it or not. They've been facing their shadows, acknowledging their mistakes, sitting with the discomfort of their own growth. And in that process of transformation, they've come to understand something crucial, that you weren't just another relationship, another chapter in their story. You were and are their mirror, their teacher, their home in human form. Heaven doesn't respond to every request with the same level of urgency, but when a soul makes a plea from this place of authentic transformation, when someone is genuinely ready to do things differently, to love more deeply, to show up more fully, The universe moves mountains to create pathways for reunion. And that's exactly what's happening right now in your situation. The angels are working on both sides of this connection, preparing both of you for what's coming. Because divine timing isn't just about bringing two people back together. It's about ensuring that when you do reunite, you're both ready to handle the magnitude of love that's waiting for you. I know you might be feeling skeptical right now, especially if you've been hurt before, if this person has let you down or walked away or chosen something else over you. I know the walls you built around your heart, and I honor every brick of protection you've carefully placed there. But I'm asking you to consider this. What if those walls are actually keeping out the very blessing you've been praying for? What if your soulmate's urgent request of heaven is being answered, but your own readiness to receive is a final piece of the puzzle? The universe is asking you to soften, not to make yourself vulnerable to pain again, but to make yourself available for the miracle that's trying to reach you. Your angels want you to know that this person's been going through a profound awakening. They've been forced to confront the truth of what they feel for you, stripped of all the distractions and excuses they used to hide behind. Maybe they tried to move on, to convince themselves that what you shared wasn't that special, that they could find it with someone else. But every attempt at replacement only made them realize more clearly that you can't replace a soul connection with anything else in this world. They've learned the hard way that you can run from destiny, but you can't escape it. The universe has a way of bringing us face to face with the truth we try to avoid. And for your soulmate, that truth is that their heart belongs with yours. Here's what the angels are showing me about the specific changes coming your way. First, there's going to be an unexpected form of contact, but it might not look the way you think it will. It could be a message, yes, but it could also be a chance encounter that feels too perfectly timed to be random. It could be through a mutual friend, through a work situation, through something that brings you into the same space at the same time. The universe is creative in how it orchestrates these reunions, and your job isn't to figure out the how. It's simply to stay open to the possibility. When this contact happens, you'll feel it in your body before your mind even catches up. There will be a recognition, a stirring in your solar plexus, a flutter in your heart that says, "This is it. This is the beginning of what I've been waiting for." Second, you're going to see a completely different version of this person than you've encountered before. The transformation they've undergone isn't superficial. This isn't about them learning the right words to say or playing a better game. This is about genuine soul evolution, about someone who has looked at themselves honestly and decided to become better, not to win you back as a prize, but because they finally understand that love at this level requires the highest version of themselves. You'll notice it in their energy, in the way they communicate, in the depth of presence they bring to interactions with you. Where there used to be resistance or fear or ego, you'll find openness, vulnerability, and authentic desire for real connection. Third, there's going to be a moment of truth, a conversation or exchange where everything is laid bare, where the masks come off completely and you both speak from the depths of your souls. This moment might feel intense, even uncomfortable, because truth always requires courage. But it's necessary for the healing and for the new foundation you'll build together. In this moment, you'll have the opportunity to express everything you've held back, to ask the questions you need answered, to share the hurt you've carried. And your soulmate will finally have the emotional capacity to really hear you, to hold space for your pain without defensiveness, to take accountability in a way that allows real forgiveness to emerge. If you're feeling the truth of what I'm sharing, if something inside you is saying, yes, this is my story, this is my message, I want you to pause the video for just a moment and write the words I accept in the comments below. This isn't just about leaving a comment. It's about declaring to the universe that you're ready to receive what's coming for you, that you're willing to release the resistance and open yourself to the possibility of this divine reunion. Your words carry power, and when you write, I accept, you're activating the energy of allowance that lets heaven's plan flow into your reality. Now, I want to address something important, something that might be creating hesitation in your heart right now. You might be thinking, but what if I've moved on? What if I've done my healing work, and I'm not sure I even want this person back anymore? And that's a valid question, one that honors how far you come on your own journey. Here's what the angels want you to understand about that. True healing doesn't close you off to possibility. It makes you discerning. The work you've done on yourself hasn't been wasted. It's been preparation. You've raised your vibration. You've learned your worth. You discover that you can survive and even thrive without this person. And all of that is beautiful and necessary. But here's the thing about soulmate connections. They exist outside the realm of should or practical or what makes sense. Your mind might have moved on, but your soul recognizes what it recognizes. And if this connection is truly written in the stars, your soul already knows it's not finished. The difference now is that you're not approaching this from a place of need or desperation, or the belief that you can't be complete without them. You're approaching it from a place of wholeness meeting wholeness, of two sovereign souls choosing each other consciously, not because they have to, but because they want to, because the love they can create together is greater than anything either could create alone. That's the gift of the time you've spent apart. It's transformed what was once a relationship based on need into something that can now be based on true conscious choice and partnership. Your soulmate's urgent request to heaven wasn't just about getting you back. It was about becoming worthy of the sacred union you're meant to share. And the angels have been listening not just to their words, but to the energy behind them, to the genuine transformation of their heart. Heaven only intervenes when the timing is truly divine, when all the pieces are finally in place for something to work on a higher level than it could before. And that's exactly where you are right now, at the threshold of a reunion that won't just repeat old patterns, but will create something entirely new, something that reflects how much you've both grown. Let me share with you what the angels are asking you to do in preparation for what's coming. First, they're asking you to release any specific expectations about how this reunion should look or what exact form it should take. The universe works in ways that are far more creative and perfect than anything our limited human minds can imagine. Your job isn't to script the story. It's to stay open to the magic as it unfolds. Second, they're asking you to continue your own inner work. Not because you're not enough as you are, but because the highest version of this love story requires the highest version of you. Keep meditating. Keep journaling. Keep clearing old wounds and limiting beliefs. Every bit of healing you do on yourself makes you more available for the love that's coming. Third, and this is crucial, the angels are asking you to practice forgiveness, not for your soulmate's benefit, but for your own freedom. Forgiveness doesn't mean what happened was okay. It doesn't mean you have to forget or pretend you weren't hurt. It means you're releasing the energetic charge around the past, so that something new can be born. As long as you're holding on to resentment or bitterness, you're keeping yourself locked in the old story. Forgiveness is a key that opens the door to a new chapter, one where both of you get to show up as transformed beings, not dragging the weight of yesterday into tomorrow. The universe is also asking you to pay attention to the signs and synchronicities that are about to increase in your life. You might start seeing your soulmate's name everywhere, on street signs, in books, in random conversations you overhear. You might keep looking at the clock at times that hold significance for your connection. You might hear songs that were meaningful to both of you playing in unexpected places. These aren't coincidences. They're confirmation from the universe that what I'm telling you is true, that the wheels are turning, that heaven has heard the request and is orchestrating the answer. When you notice these signs, acknowledge them. Say thank you out loud or in your heart. Thank you, universe. I see you. I hear you. I trust you. This acknowledgement strengthens your connection to divine guidance and accelerates the manifestation of what's meant for you. There's something else the angels want me to tell you about this urgent request your soulmate made to heaven. They didn't just ask for you to come back into their life. They asked for the wisdom to love you the way you deserve to be loved. They asked for the courage to break old patterns and habits that cause pain between you. They asked for patience and understanding and the ability to truly see you, not just a projection or fantasy of you, but the real you in all your complexity and beauty. This is a level of consciousness they're operating from now, and it's what makes this time different from all the times before. Your soulmate has also been receiving their own signs and messages from the universe. They've been guided to do their own healing work, to face their own shadows, to become aware of the ways they sabotaged your connection before. They might have gone to therapy, dove into spiritual practices, or simply been forced by circumstances to sit alone with themselves and confront uncomfortable truths. Whatever path their growth has taken, it's brought them to a place of readiness that didn't exist before. And heaven only opens the door for reunion when both souls have reached a certain level of preparedness. Because divine timing is about protection as much as it's about blessing. The universe won't give you something you're not ready to handle. It won't bring two people back together if they're just going to recreate the same painful dynamics. I want you to really feel into the energy of what I'm about to say next, because it's important. Your soulmate's urgent request of heaven has created a ripple effect in the quantum field of possibility. It's like they threw a stone into the cosmic pond, and the waves of that intention are now moving through time and space, rearranging circumstances, shifting energies, opening pathways that were previously closed. But here's the key. Your own energy, your own vibration, your own openness or resistance affects how quickly and smoothly those waves can reach their destination. If you're aligned with the frequency of love, trust, and openness, the manifestation happens quickly and easily. If you're still vibrating at the frequency of hurt, fear, and closure, it takes longer because the universe has to do more work to break down those barriers within you. This is why your inner work right now is so critical. Every time you choose forgiveness over resentment, every time you choose hope over cynicism, every time you choose to believe in love despite the evidence of past pain, you're clearing the energetic pathway for this reunion to occur. You're essentially meeting the universe halfway, saying, I'm ready, I'm open, I'm available for the miracle you're trying to deliver to me. And when you do that, heaven moves with breathtaking speed to bring you what you've been asking for. Now, let's talk about the specific changes that are coming, the ones that will change everything. The angels are showing me that within the next lunar cycle, and for many of you that means within the next few weeks, there's going to be a major shift in communication between you and your soulmate. If you've been in no contact, that silence is about to break. If you've been in limited or awkward contact, there's going to be a breakthrough into deeper, more honest conversation. If you've been in regular contact but with walls between you, those walls are about to come down. The energy is shifting from guarded to vulnerable, from surface to depth, from past focused to future oriented, financially and materially. There are also blessings coming that are connected to the soul reunion. The angels want you to know that when soulmates align in right timing, it creates an energetic vortex that attracts abundance in all forms. This might show up as unexpected opportunities, as solutions to problems that have been blocking you, as resources flowing more easily into your life. The universe rewards alignment, and when you step into your destined connection, you also step into a higher level of support from the divine in all areas of your life. So don't be surprised if along with this emotional and relational breakthrough, you also experience breakthroughs in your career, your finances, your health, or your creative expression. Everything is connected, and when one area shifts into alignment, it raises the vibration of everything else. Your soulmate is also experiencing their own version of these shifts. They're being guided to clear space in their life for you, to release whatever or whoever isn't aligned with the highest version of their journey. This might look like them ending relationships that were never meant to be permanent, leaving jobs or situations that were keeping them stuck, moving to new locations, or simply undergoing an internal revolution that changes their priorities and values. All of this is in preparation for what's coming, for the reunion that heaven is orchestrating between you. Here's what I need you to understand about the timeline of all this. The universe works in spiral time, not linear time. From our human perspective, it might feel like things are taking forever, like the waiting is endless, like nothing is happening. But in cosmic time, in eternal now where angels operate, everything is unfolding exactly as it should, exactly when it should. Your soulmate's urgent request has set the wheels in motion, but there are still some pieces that need to fall into place, some lessons that need to be completed, some energies that need to align. Trust that every moment of waiting is actually preparation. Every moment of silence is actually sacred incubation. Every moment of uncertainty is actually the chrysalis stage before the butterfly emerges. The angels are also showing me that some of you watching this have been resisting this connection, trying to convince yourselves that you're better off without this person, that it's healthy to let them go, that you should focus on finding someone new who hasn't hurt you before. And while I honor the self-protection in that stance, I also want you to consider whether you're running from fear or moving toward truth. Sometimes the hardest thing and the right thing are the same thing. Sometimes love requires us to be brave enough to try again, to believe in possibility, even when the past has given us plenty of reasons not to. Your soul knows the difference between a toxic pattern you need to break and a sacred connection that requires patience and faith. Get quiet and ask yourself honestly, which one is this? If you're still with me at this point in the message, if you haven't clicked away, if something is keeping you here listening to every word, that's another confirmation that this message is meant for you. The universe guided you to this video at this exact moment because you needed this information, this encouragement, this reminder that you're not crazy for still feeling what you feel, that your hope isn't foolish, that your faith in this connection is actually aligned with a divine plan that's bigger than both of you. So take a moment right now and just breathe that in. Let yourself feel the relief of knowing that you're not alone in this, that heaven is on your side, that your soulmate's heart is turning back toward yours with urgency and intention. The next few weeks are going to be crucial in terms of how this all unfolds. You're going to need to stay grounded, centered, and connected to your inner wisdom. There will be moments when fear tries to convince you to close your heart, when past pain tries to convince you that this is just another disappointment waiting to happen, when your logical mind tries to talk you out of believing in something as mystical as soulmates and divine intervention. In those moments, I want you to come back to this message. I want you to remember what the angels told you through me today. I want you to choose faith over fear, love over protection, openness over closure. Your soulmate is coming back into your life, but they're coming back different, transformed, ready, and you need to meet them in that space of readiness as well. This isn't about going back to what was. This is about stepping forward into what can be, into a love that's been purified by separation, strengthened by individual growth, and blessed by divine timing. The universe has heard your prayers too, even the ones you didn't speak out loud, even the ones you barely let yourself think because they felt too big or too impossible. Heaven knows the desires of your heart, and when those desires align with your soul's purpose, with the highest good of all involved, the universe moves heaven and earth to bring them into being. I want to prepare you for one more thing that's important. When your soulmate does reach out, when the reunion begins to unfold, there might be a moment of overwhelm, of not knowing how to respond, of feeling flooded with emotions you thought you had processed and released. That's normal and natural. Give yourself permission to feel everything without judgment. You don't have to have the perfect response ready. You don't have to know exactly what to say or how to act. Just be authentic, be honest, be willing to take it one moment at a time. The angels will guide you through each step if you stay connected to your heart and to their loving presence. Remember that this reunion isn't just for the two of you. Soulmate connections always serve a purpose beyond the individuals involved. Your love story, when it's aligned and healed and functioning at its highest potential, radiates out and touches everyone around you. It becomes a beacon of hope for others who are struggling to believe in love. It becomes a demonstration of what's possible when two people are willing to do the work, to forgive, to grow, to choose each other again and again. So in preparing yourself for this reunion, know that you're also preparing yourself to be a vessel for divine love to flow through, to be an example of grace and redemption, and the transformative power of soul connection. The angels want to leave you with one final piece of guidance. Stay in a state of gratitude as much as possible in the coming days and weeks. Gratitude is the highest vibration besides love, and it acts like a magnet for blessings. Thank the universe for what's coming before it arrives. Thank your soulmate for the growth you've experienced because of your connection, even the painful parts. Thank yourself for having the courage to stay open, to believe, to hope. Thank the angels for their constant guidance and protection. When you live in gratitude, you're telling the universe that you trust it, that you know you're taken care of, that you believe in the goodness that's coming for you, and that vibration of trust and belief accelerates the manifestation of everything you desire. As we come to the end of our time together today, I want you to know that I see you. I see your brave heart that's been through so much but still dares to hope. I see your beautiful soul that recognizes its counterpart even when logic says you should let go. I see your courage in being here, in listening to this message, in allowing yourself to believe that maybe, just maybe, your soulmate's urgent request to heaven is real and that the answer is on its way to you right now. You are so deeply loved by the universe, so supported by your angels, so valued and cherished in ways you can't even imagine. And everything that's coming for you, the reunion, the transformation, the love that's greater than anything you've experienced before, it's all already yours in the quantum field. Now it's just a matter of allowing it to materialize in your physical reality. And that allowance comes from your openness, your faith, your willingness to receive. Before you go, I need you to do something important. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, because the messages that are coming next are going to be just as crucial for your journey as this one has been. The angels have more to tell you, more guidance to offer, more confirmations to deliver about what's unfolding in your love life and your spiritual path. And make sure you turn on notifications so you don't miss when those messages come through. Because timing is everything right now, and you need to receive this guidance exactly when you're meant to receive it. Also, share this video with someone who needs to hear it. You know someone in your life who's going through their own soulmate journey, who's waiting for their own divine reunion. Send them this message, because we're all connected and we lift each other up through sharing these spiritual truths. On the screen right now, you're going to see another video appear, and it's not random. That video contains the next piece of information you need, the next layer of revelation about what's coming in your love life and what you need to know to prepare for it. The universe guided you to this video, and it's now guiding you to the next one. So don't stop here. Click on that video and continue receiving the messages that your soul needs to hear right now. There's something in that next video about a specific action you need to take in the next 48 hours that will accelerate everything I've told you about today. It's crucial information that builds on what you've learned here, taking you even deeper into understanding the divine plan that's unfolding for you and your soulmate. Trust that you're exactly where you need to be, receiving exactly what you need to receive, and that everything is working together for your highest good. The angels are with you always, and your soulmate's heart is already turning toward home. I'll see you in the next message, where even more will be revealed about the beautiful destiny that awaits you.